yeah, what to expect for this week or for this crypto market outlook. Okay, I think there are a lot of anticipation on the crypto market, especially when the price is heading to a new high. And of course, yesterday and of course today as well, we have the BlackRock ETF, which is the options ETF. Okay, they are already starting to trade, and which is why also it is pushing the market, or which is pushing the Bitcoin price towards a new all-time high. So what is this ETF all about? You can see here. This is more towards the leverage type of ETF. Okay, so we have one spot ETF. Okay, and then another one is called the leverage ETF. Okay, or the, what do you call this? Okay, options trading volume. So which means that for those of you who are wanting to trade on this type of ETF, you can able to put a call or put option. So a call option meaning you expect the price to go up for Bitcoin. A put option, which means that you expect the Bitcoin price to go down. So that is the thing that actually drives the market up and also increase the demand and interest for those of traders who wants to trade by using this type of ETF. Okay, so yeah, nonetheless, you can see it's coming in from BlackRock himself. So BlackRock is the one that already start to promote this product to their clients, and of course, traders are also interested in this. So that's why you can see there's a massive demand coming in from this ETF. Okay, so even we can see, right, BlackRock's ETF, also known as the IB ticker, okay, first spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund, okay, to be approved for options, leading to just shy of 1.9 billion. Okay, so we can see here, final tally of IBIT's first day of options just shy of 1.9. Notional exposure traded via 354K contracts. Okay, so you can see how many calls, how many puts here. 289 calls. It means they are expecting Bitcoin price to go up. 65,000 meaning they're expecting the price to go down. Puts is short actually. Okay, so these are options. Okay, options trading. Okay, so that actually drives the market up. And I think early this morning, we have seen the price went up to about 94K, somewhere around 93.9 to 94K. Okay, I think this will continue to rally even more. Okay, after driving interest from the public and of course from traders as well. Okay, so open interest, right? Open interest rises, it creates natural buyers and sellers on both sides of the market. So this is what people want. People like to trade. Okay, people like to go into the market in and out. So this actually creates a lot of demand and volume as well, volatility and liquidity. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, and then moving on next, we can see here. So what's really happening now with the Bitcoin dominance and when is altcoin season? So have you guys have started to pack up your altcoin bags, loaded up, or still on the sidelines, or still not satisfied with your position, or maybe you're still dollar cost averaging? Probably this is a time that you want to really pay attention, because I think the dominance anytime, or could be end of this year, might be topping out, or could be at this peak. And that's where it could lead to a massive altcoin season for this bull cycle. Okay, so this is a time that you really want to pay attention, fully prepared on this setup, because if you miss this out season, then then you're gonna pay a heavy price for this. Okay, you're gonna trade in and out, and if you fail to hodl your position, okay, that's where you're gonna miss the massive gains from the outs. Okay, especially those high conviction play, those layer ones, or probably those Solana plays, real world asset RWA, DeepIn, AI, or whichever. Okay, whatever biggest narrative for this cycle, okay, is going to rally. Okay, so yeah, what we can see here. So currently, right now, BTC is already went up. Okay, it is already up. So the longer the Bitcoin price continue to rally, that's where the dominance starts to rally as well. So we need Bitcoin dominance to go down or to fall. How does the Bitcoin dominance go down? What is the interest that drives Bitcoin dominance to go down? Simply because is that Bitcoin needs to have a new all-time high, fully peak, low off top, consolidate, and then that's where the dominance start to go down. People moving their money out from Bitcoin to transition into altcoins like Ethereum first, and then moving on to memes and probably the smaller to mid cap. Okay, so interest rate cuts. Okay, so as you know that the Federal Reserve have already cut interest rate about 0.25 basis point. Okay, so that could actually boost the market even more. Okay, and then we have a pro-president, which is fully aligned with the crypto community, that he wants to make sure that the USA to maintain its Bitcoin reserve, okay, to have a national reserve, right, to actually clear off their debts. So this is actually one plus point as well. But of course, what we can see right now here, trading firm identifies key Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so this is a huge capitalist or huge catalyst for the alts. Okay, so I really hope you guys are holding instead of buying low and selling high, or actively trading in the market. Okay, because this is a time that you really want to stay put and have the conviction and patience. Because once the altcoin season comes, and that's where you're going to see life-changing wealth. That's where you're going to see massive gains, I would say. Minimum 5x, 10x, or 100x. Okay, with the count movement. Okay, so what we can see here, historically, we have seen altcoins outperform whenever the major consolidate after a significant rally as profits rotate into smaller caps. Okay, so Bitcoin will most likely have to peak first. I think most likely it will hit 100K. 100K below off top, and then that's where you're going to see alts will start to move. Okay, but we can see the dominance is somewhere around 60%. So that is the issue right now. Dominance keep going up. So as long as dominance go up, that's where you're going to have issues with your alts. So alts are not performing, alts are bidding against Bitcoin. Okay, what's more with Ethereum being stagnant there. Okay, so yeah, we can see here what's happening here. So the Bitcoin dominance has been on the steady uptrend since November 2022, exactly 2 years. Okay, hovering around 39.92% over this year period. Most altcoins have underperformed. Okay, so that's a thing. And we can see that the dominance continue to rally. Alts cannot perform. Alts have to wait. But some of the alts have already outperformed against Bitcoin. Okay, so yeah, nonetheless, we can see coins like Ripple, the XRP army, and then like Cardano, okay, are slowly making recovery. Why? It's because retail is already here. Retail is the one that actually pumping your bags. If you bought coins from top 10 or top 20 in the coin market cap, okay, and if you see your coin went up, especially like Ripple, I'm not sure how many of you guys are holding Ripple right now, or the XRP army, they call them. Okay, so you should be thanking them. Those retails are the ones that pumping your bags. And yeah, I think they are already here. They're starting to come in waves. Okay, once BTC hit 100K, I think there will be more of this dumb money coming in. There will be transitioning from BTC to all these alts, especially the top 10, top 20. That's where you're going to see Cardano starts to rally. I think now it's like 83 cents. Ripple hovering at 1.1, $1.10. So yeah, all of this is happening right now, right? You can see retail is already here. So we got one whole year to play this game. Okay, so you got to play your cards right on this movement with the Bitcoin dominance as well. All right, so hopefully you have positioned well on your altcoin backs, because if not, then you're going to pay a price or you're going to miss the boat again. Okay, and then moving on next, we can see here coming in from Michael Saylor. So as you know that Michael Saylor is a CEO of MicroStrategy. So as you know that MicroStrategy held a lot of Bitcoins under Michael Saylor leadership. He has been buying non-stop, has been borrowing money, all right, accruing a lot of lending a lot of money to buy Bitcoin. Okay, and then if you can see MicroStrategy stock also went up, okay, because of Bitcoin exposure. And then of course, you can see, nonetheless, he's now approaching Microsoft. Okay, as you know that Microsoft, they have a decision to make, which is the voting from the board of directors, whether or not to use their remaining source of fund to invest in Bitcoin or in other asset class, which will take place somewhere around December 10th, this coming next month, December, which is roughly less than 1 month from now. So yeah, you can see this is actually quite bullish, where Michael Saylor is about to pitch the idea of Bitcoin to Microsoft or crypto. I think that's where you're going to see a massive movement coming in from the corporate institution. Okay, big companies, public listed companies are actually going to pump even more. Okay, once Microsoft come in. Okay, so that is the biggest momentum, biggest shift coming in from these financial institutions and of course big companies as well. Okay, so you can see here, Michael Saylor agreed to make a 3-minute presentation to Microsoft board of directors, okay, about investing in Bitcoin. 3-minute presentation. So this 3-minute presentation can able to make a huge change, okay, for this board of directors in Microsoft. I think this could actually really pump the market even more, because I think Microsoft have seen the potential of Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, how they can able to accumulate so much Bitcoin, and saying MicroStrategy can able to boost their stock as well based on Bitcoin exposure. I think every other company, public listed company in the US, wants to have some exposure in Bitcoin as well. Okay, we're not expecting Microsoft to put in a lot. Let's say 0.1% or 0.01%. That's hell a lot. They can be able to move the market for crypto as well. Okay, so Saylor had earlier proposed to meet Microsoft CEO, right, Satya, right, to discuss the topic, but that offer was not accepted. So yeah, I think he is now quite serious to actually give the 3-minute presentation. Okay, and of course, I think the shareholder proposal, right, will be up for vote on 10th of December. So this is the one. Okay, a game changer that is going to happen, which is the month of December. Okay, if Microsoft even have a chance to put in a 0.1% or 0.01% of their cash, that is hell a lot. Okay, that is hell a lot. So Microsoft board has recommended voting against it because they have already evaluated, okay, in other asset class. So let's see whether Michael Saylor can be able to turn things around for Microsoft board of directors. I believe most likely they might come in, okay, knowing the fact that the potential and the importance of having Bitcoin as a reserve, okay, as a store of value, okay, during this kind of situation, right? So yeah, I think this is absolutely good news. And then moving on next, we can see here, okay, so what we can see right now, okay, is the AI sector. Okay, so AI sector, what are we looking at? Okay, so this AI sector, what we are focusing on is the NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, as you know, that they are going to announce their quarterly earnings announcement, which is going to take place today after the market closure. Okay, after the US market close, they're going to announce their earnings. And what is it? Why is it a big deal? Because if NVIDIA announce a good earnings announcement after the bell market closing, and then you can see that those AI coins will start to rally as well, will start to perform. Okay, you can see like Akash Network have already went up to about $4, 4.7, 4.8. Okay, and then we have Render, we have like the Graph, we have Fetch.ai. All these AI narrative will definitely flourish when NVIDIA deliver the results. Okay, so everything will take into account. So all eyes on NVIDIA later on. Okay, so hopefully you guys have some AI exposure as well. Okay, all right, so you can see the crypto AI and big data sectors attracted a significant demand surge when NVIDIA outperformed revenue estimates during each of its last 4 earnings. So this is the game changer here. NVIDIA have to deliver. Okay, so I believe NVIDIA will deliver in terms of their sales and revenue because of their demand, their chipset, their GPU. We can see many big public listed company wanting so much of the GPU, but the supply not able to meet its demand. So that's where you can see the supply shock is happening right now, and you can see the price of NVIDIA will continue to skyrocket based on that. Okay, so yeah, nonetheless, we can see here all those AI coins that you're holding. So you might want to pay attention on all this. Okay, so tomorrow or later in the morning, after bell closing for NVIDIA, we have to really take note because sometimes the price may not be aligned with the earnings announcement. So sometimes when a company announce their earnings and revenue, when it's a good earnings and revenue, but the price doesn't align, the price does the opposite. So that is the big risk there for playing with the earnings and revenue. All right. So nonetheless, we can see overall, I believe it's quite bullish. Okay, I think NVIDIA will deliver in terms of their earnings and revenue, right? Okay, and then moving on next, right? So where are we now? Let's move on next to the altcoin season. Index. Right? Where are we in the altcoin index? Altcoin season. So hopefully you guys have loaded up. And where are we now? Let's see. Okay, so altcoin season. So we are somewhere around 35. Altcoin season will be at 75. But then again, if you're going to wait until 75, it is already too late. So might as well you accumulate your altcoins here, okay, and stand by. All right. So once this altcoin season comes, then that's where you're going to profit from that. So we can see a few coins have outperformed against Bitcoin. Right? We look at Sui Network, 303%. Then Mantra, Look at that, 352. Okay, Dogecoin. Then we have Bong. So many coins are outperforming against Bitcoin. So in order to have a proper out season, okay, so if 75% of the top 50 coins perform better than Bitcoin over the last 90 days or 3 months, then it's considered altcoin season. Okay, then it's considered altcoin season. So that is how you can able to see and identify this kind of points. Okay, then you can able to see whether or not it's altcoin season. So for now, it's at 35, 34. Okay, still within Bitcoin season, but I believe it's going to take off. It's going to take off very soon. So this is the time when you want to really accumulate. Okay, this is the time when you want to really accumulate all those coins that you want. Okay, because I can see some of the coins are still at the accumulation range. Okay, last season coin is still the same as of today. Still like 90% down. They haven't really moved yet. So maybe you might want to pick it up, right? Or dollar cost average, all right? Then next, we move on next to the on-chain analysis. Okay, what's really happening right now, you can see. Okay, so it's coming in from 𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. Okay, so he's mentioning what here? Okay, on November 24th, 2020, which is 4 years back. Okay, so that marks the local top for altcoin against Bitcoin. Okay, before BTC sucked all liquidity out from them. So what we are seeing right now, if you look at the total tree market cap, we are creating this pullback, which most likely could be another top, and then we'll continue with another final capitulation, which most likely to replicate with this November 2020 chart here. Okay, so you can see out against BTC pairs are at the same valuation as they were in 2020, November 2020. Then before the final drop of out and BTC pairs. So you can see here, this could be the one last final capitulation before we see a altcoin rally. And I believe most likely Ethereum will also face this scenario. Okay, so consolidation, capitulation is happening. I expect Ethereum to go back one more round and to capitulate together with this chart out against BTC. So one more round most likely will happen in the next 5 weeks, which is happening right now, happening this week onwards all the way to December. So I think alts will continue to gain and Ethereum may not move until we see on January onwards, after the new year. Okay, and then that's where you're going to see alts will start to rally against Bitcoin. Because I think Bitcoin will hit 100K, and then go on top, consolidation, and then the money will slowly transition into alts and Ethereum and vice versa. Okay, so you're going to know all this and what to expect, right? So don't panic once this thing happens. So you should start to prepare. And yeah, these are the things that you really need to know. The dominance is still continue to rally. So once the dominance peak, or once this thing down and the dominance peak, that's where you're going to see a huge movement is coming back again towards the alts. Okay, so yeah, that is the scenario right now that is playing in. Okay, and then yeah, so we look on next to this. All right, so for those of you, right, a lot of people asking, should you trade or should you hodl? A lot of people are from the last cycle. Okay, and some of them have the audacity to tell me that, you know, trading can make life changing well compared to hodling. Okay, but here I can tell you this, right? This guy is 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. This guy is an OG in this crypto space. Okay, and this guy not only holding Bitcoin, but now he's telling that this will be a meme coin cycle. Okay, so I'm not sure whether you guys can hear this, but let me play this video. Okay, so this is actually a very good reminder for you guys. Okay. Yeah, okay, so you can't hear anything, but anyway, I'll just send the link here. I'm not sure whether it's copyright issue or what, or maybe Zoom doesn't allow. Okay, so yeah, you can watch this. Yeah, in fact, I did send it to the WhatsApp group as well, so you can able to check it out. So I think the whole game here in crypto is simple. Just buy and hold, right? very easy to say, but it's hard to execute. Okay, because people tend to move here, move there, rotate. Okay, they see the shiny object, tend to move. Like Ethereum, example, a classic example now, like Ethereum. You know that Ethereum is sideways. It's like not moving at all. So people tend to have lack of patience, and they tend to listen to influencer. Okay, and then they move on to another coin. So what happens after that? The coin pumps. A very good example like Ripple, like Cardano. Cardano is like a dead project. People assume not moving, and then suddenly pump. So this is a thing they're gonna share with you based on experience. When you buy tokens, do you have the conviction to hold? When you buy tokens, are you prepared? Do you have the patience? Okay, because if you're going to rotate here and there, then you do not have the kind of conviction. Then you do not have the kind of confidence. So what's the point of you investing or to hold coin when knowingly that it cannot perform? Okay, whether it can perform or not, okay, you need to have the kind of conviction. If not, that defeats the whole purpose of investing in crypto. So buy, hodl, and just DCA. That's what Murrad always said. DCA, dollar cost average, right? So even you have a budget of 1,000 for one Bitcoin example, you don't one lump sum go in or enter 1,000 for that Bitcoin. You dollar cost average like once a week. That's what I normally do. Once a week, okay, $200 a week. So that will be five times. Yeah, once a week. That means 5 weeks total, which will equivalent to about $1,000 for that Bitcoin. So this game is actually simple. This is already my third cycle. So if you are here, if you are new, especially for those newbies, then I think it is a good eye opener. Okay, because you don't want to make the kind of mistake like what I did in the last 2 cycles or any other people who have made that kind of mistake, especially trading. Okay, all right, and then you want to bring back the same trading mindset again into this cycle, then you really deserve to fail. Okay, if you are a type of person who comes in from the last cycle with the same mindset, okay, especially trading, knowingly you do not have that consistency, or you are not a professional trader, but you are keep losing money, and then you bring back again with the same mindset to this cycle. Okay, with the same mindset trading, and then you lose money again, thinking that you can outsmart the market, then prepare to lose it all, prepare to to fail. Okay, so the ones that really thrive in this crypto is the one that buy and hold and wait patiently. And of course, like I said, you don't want to buy and hold all the way up and all the way down. You want to take profits as well. Dollar cost average on the way up as well. Take profits progressively. Okay, so that's how it works. And then of course we look here, another one. Another good example here is coming in from Ricardo Salinas. Okay, so this is a Mexico billionaire, third richest person in the world, mentioning what here? Okay, why Bitcoin is a better investment compared to real estate, which I can agree 100%. Okay, especially for those of you who have been asking me, what is the best investment that you can able to have, that you can able to do right now, especially when you're at 20 years old or 30 years old. Okay, if I'm going to say invest in yourself, then I think people are not bothered, right? But the thing that you can do right now, the best investment that you can able to have is that when you buy an asset, which asset can offer you liquidity that can able to liquidate as soon as possible. So if you're going to compare Bitcoin versus real estate, the best way that you can able to liquidate as fast as possible is Bitcoin compared to real estate. Because in real estate, you cannot sell a fraction of a house. You cannot sell a fraction of your window or your room. You can't do that, right? You get to sell one lump sum. Compared to BTC, right? In case of emergency, you can able to sell in a fraction. And then there's a ready buyer willing to take it from you, from P2P. That is the game changer here. Okay, why billionaires recommend Bitcoin rather than real estate? And especially those of you who are young, especially this generation, I believe many of you not able to afford a house due to the loan approval rate is quite low as well. Especially when when you only have one source of income, which is your 9 to 5, okay, and then you're going to commit to a 30-year loan, which is a huge risk, okay, and you don't even know what's going to happen in the next 30 years. Can you guarantee there will be no lockdown? No one can guarantee. Can you guarantee that you can able to be in that company for the next 30 years they are currently working in. No, you can't. You can't guarantee what's going to happen. But what you can able to access is liquidity from Bitcoin. When you hold Bitcoin knowingly in case of emergency, right? That's where you can able to liquidate. That's where you have sufficient cash flow or liquidity that you can able to liquidate off in terms of emergency. So basically these are all the benefits, right? These are all, you know, a good terms, right? Comparing Bitcoin to other asset class. Okay, so you don't have to hold one Bitcoin, right? You can hold a fraction of Bitcoin. There is a store of value. Okay, so preserve your wealth during times of uncertainty besides gold. Okay, so yeah, likewise, okay, I think you can able to name it what type of benefits or what type of advantages, right? Bitcoin versus real estate. Okay, and then of course moving on next to Airdrop. So Airdrop news. Okay, so for those of you who are doing injective, okay, so this is Neptune network, Neptune Finance. So this is actually a lending and borrowing protocol under injective. Okay, so in fact I did the testnet, and of course I didn't get the Airdrop because it is not incentivized. Okay, so this is a lesson learned there for those of you who are doing testnet when there is no funding from VCs you don't want to do. But here they are actually running this snapshot. Okay, so snapshot for injective delegator. Okay, so if you have been delegating your injective, okay, so you might want to delegate to Neptune Finance to qualify a little bit of Neptune tokens. Okay, okay, so yeah, so for Cosmos airdrop, this is absolutely passive. So you just need to buy injective and then you just take it there. Okay, so that's just one. And this is just the beginning for Neptune. Then moving on next, we can see here is coming in from Magic Eden. Okay, so Magic Eden, you can see here, tokenomics. Okay, so tokenomics, you can see that I think they're going to airdrop already for this platform, right? It's an NFT trading platform under Solana. Okay, so for those of you who are trading NFTs, buy and sell, yeah, then I think you should qualify for this drop. But people like me, I don't really trade NFTs, so yeah, so that is it, right? There are other opportunities as well. Okay, so these are the tokenomics, so you can be able to read it up. And if you are keen, I think there is an ongoing airdrop for Magic Eden. I think this is season 4 already for Magic Eden. There have been many rounds for Magic Eden, not mistaken. Okay, or Tensor. Oh, sorry, I'm mistaken that for Tensor. So Magic Eden is first. Tensor has been around. Okay, so initial Magic Eden claim, TGE is about 12.5%. So the remaining will be vested, not mistaken. Okay, so that's it. And then moving on next, right? So for those of you who are still farming grass, so I think this could be the next grass here. So you might want to do this. So this is called Blast Network. So this is actually a world first shared computer. Okay, very similar like grass. So all you need to do is to download the extension, okay, which I'm going to give you very shortly the link, okay, for you to start doing it for this Blast Network. So let me send the link here. Okay. Paste it here. So you might want to get started for this DPIN. Okay. So very similar like grass. So all you need to do, download the extension. You can go here to Crypto Rank. You can see Blast Network. Okay. They have 8 million funding from VC. Okay. And of course, the airdrop is confirmed. And the best of all is that you're still early. Okay. So the activity started on November 12th, which is about 8 days back. And then we have the opportunity to become early users. So the key word here is early user. Why we go in early is because we want to seize the opportunity. Okay, we want to go in as early as possible because we want to really maximize the rewards. Okay, you do not want to come in late or at the peak or halfway the journey. Okay, and then you miss out on the reward. So you guys can able to start using it. Okay, just download the extension and can start running it. Okay, so it's actually very clear, very easy to use. Okay, you can able to go to this Blast here, the extension, and you can able to run it like grass, run it like notepad. Okay, so yeah, 9 minutes. Oh, is this Blast? Yeah, this is Blast, right? So yeah, just leave it on, right? Just let it connect. That's all. Okay. Then moving on next to crypto market cap, crypto overview. So you can see here currently hovering at 3.14. BTC is at 94.5. Okay, Ethereum still stuck there at 3.1. Okay, Solana 241. So everything is moving up. Look at the biggest gainer for today, Stellar. These are all old coins from last season, last cycle. Cardano is like last 2 cycles. Look at that. 100%, 7 days. Cardano, 44%. Chrono, CRO, 6%. Okay, so many of them are actually up, especially those top 10. The Ripple, 61% last 7 days. Okay, Polkadot, 15%. Okay, so all these top coins are actually up now because of retail. Okay, any users for today? Mantra. Look at Mantra up about 159%. Okay, 159%. Look at Popcat. Okay, it's down 7%, but it's still up overall a lot. Okay, so look at Hedera, 114%. Okay, let's move on next to the technical side. So technical side, what we can see here for monthly. So the monthly time frame for dominance, okay, is still going up. Now it's at 60%. I would expect maybe around 65 to 71%. Okay, to really hit here. Okay, 60% or 65 to 71%. Most likely, dominance will continue to rally if Bitcoin were to hit 100K. Okay, dominance will definitely peak from there, and then it might see some consolidation. So overall, it's uptrend now. Looking on to the total tree. So total tree is still rallying. These are all altcoins except the Ethereum and Bitcoin alone. Okay, so what we can see on the Monday, right? It broke past this level here, 781.54. Okay, the next target will be 962. So overall, it's very bullish now for the total tree. Very, very bullish. Okay, so alts are really rallying. Alts are really preparing to another break towards the upside. If you look at the ETH against Bitcoin chart, you can see here it's actually going down again, right? Already expected. So most likely to peak around here, target range here, and then extreme FUD maybe around here, 002054, and then the final one will be here. Okay, so that will be a December target here. If the setup were to range back here again, okay, if the alt against BTC pair were to go down, according to Benjamin Cowen prediction, then this will be the level to watch. Okay, ETH against will capitulate, will probably settle down here or around this range. Then BTC, 94.6. So where are we now? And how far from 100K? And less than how many more thousand left? 5K, 5.4K left to hit 100K. 71.5 was your support now. Okay, so overall the trend is uptrend. Look at daily. So daily also is up. Okay, look at the H4 time frame. This was the ETF, right? ETF options was 93.9. Okay, this was the current resistance now, turning support at 93.2. So everything now is moving towards the upside. So where is the target now? Okay, so where's the target now? You can see here, take from the high here, draw back to this low. Okay, so where now? 120, 118. Okay, 118 for the Fibonacci extension. Okay, so yeah, overall very bullish. If you look on next to like Ethereum, I think it's going to go stagnant. Okay, I don't expect Ethereum to outperform anyone now. Okay, it's going to remain sideways. It's going to capitulate. Re-entry sell at 3125, most likely to hit lower, maybe around this low at 2.6. Okay, and then maybe at the middle band for short-term support around here, 2.7K. Okay, so it needs to really have a recovery, or it needs to really break past the top BB as soon as possible at 3.4. If not, it might continue to consolidate to calculate. That's my take here for Ethereum. So let's move on next to the alts. Any alts or not? What is the outlook for Polygon Matic? Should I sell Polygon or convert to other coins? So there's the thing here, right? So as you know that Polygon Matic, if you look at the last cycle, what happened? Matic. Same thing again, conviction play. Do you have the conviction or not to hold? That's the thing here. Look at last cycle. Is this the one or not here? One is here. Okay. Last cycle was here, isn't it? July 2022. Okay. Consolidating and sideways. I think the last cycle. Okay. Consolidate, and then it pump. So it is also quite similar as well. Polygon was the last 2 cycle. Okay, descending channel like this is preparing for a huge breakout already. Okay, this is on the weekly time frame. Look at the monthly here. So top BB will be here at 55 cents. Okay, look at daily now. Daily is already rallying. Momentum, pullback, and it's breaking higher highs, higher lows. So it's already starting to break towards the upside. Okay, so everything is bullish now for Matic and is about to continue to rally. So it's like that. Matic, even last cycle as well, last bull market also the same. It did not really go up until the bull market or altcoin season only rallied to 200%, 200x, 200 times. Okay, 200 times, right? Okay, and then we look at Mantra. So this is another play as well. I got it for free by doing the task, a simple task. If you imagine if you buy last year, right? Last year was how much? 2 cents only. 2 cents. And then now how much? $4. 4.5. And how many percent there? 200 times. 4.5 versus 2 cents. How much? 225 times. Can you imagine? Putting $100 or $1,000 become 225,000. Mantra alone. So you can see the positioning of holding versus trading. You can see the difference. And you can see what is really happening now with the market. Okay, momentum all the way. You can see here a very huge rally. Okay, everything is up now. Okay, so daily as well, nice movement, momentum, reversal, retest candle is formed. So we expect a pullback that is happening very soon. So this pullback maybe will test back at this 3.68 or the golden ratio at 3.15 here for Mantra. So Mantra is a real world asset, RWA. There is actually a leading indicator for RWA besides Ondo. Okay, so I think this one will really take off very soon again. Okay, I think we'll have a bigger short term. Looks like just back here again for 3.35 for Mantra. Okay, and of course, yeah, I think that's all I have for tonight, guys.